and here we are with another Kriegsspiel in the 7 Years' War. We've just briefed the players. We will have a Prussian force of 4 formations defending this area, and then we have 4 Habsburg formations attacking to the southeast. I'm playing your hot micing right now.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
No worries. And that's the basic idea. I wanna try some new mechanics. We see if those come into play. Don't want to run for too long. We've already spent like half an hour to set everything up and brief the players. That's also because I'm the only one who has access and admin rights to change all the channels which are needed for the players and stuff. But that's all right. I aim for about 3 hours. We're gonna take initial orders and then fast forward the troops. So we need to go down and speak to Habsburgs. Okay, let's go to Team Habsburg again and see if they have initial orders and order of march for their formations.
It's got the creek running there, so that's kind of a bottleneck area there in the middle, right in the middle of the map, right between our 2 positions.
Yeah.
Which could be a factor.
All right, gentlemen, do you have your order of march for your formations? You can take them individually in the voice channels, or you can put them down into your text channel, whatever you prefer.
I'll put it down in the voice channel for you. Yeah.
What city are we going towards?
Rad something? Can't
remember. Yeah. And what was our objective town? Was it Radbors?
Yeah, Radbors.
Yeah. I thought.
Okay, nice.
Just roughly the direction. I mean, doesn't matter if you take the town or not, but.
What's my order of march? Sorry, is that just the order in which my army moves out?
Yeah, exactly. Which brigade or regiment do you want in front and so on?
Okay. So I just do it in like a list going top to bottom.
Yep, you can do that. Right, Alfred and Umpire, can you set the cavalry wings up, please?
Okay, so
do we know if we outnumber the Prussians or not?
I would presume it's relatively equal forces, unless you want to tell us specifically about details of Sorry.
No, details probably not. The scouts do assume that they are about in equal forces, equal numbers. Although again, they might have different, a different balance of unit types than you have.
So my understanding is that we're able to hold irregular positions better than the Prussians.
Yep.
So we can hold towns, we can hold forests a lot better than the Prussians can. So we need to factor that in. Hills are always important, so if we can get to hills quickly and establish positions there, I dare say that would be advantageous as well.
Is there a point in trying to do that though? If we're on the offensive, shouldn't we like try and find a way around the Prussians instead of wait for them to come to us?
I'm not 100% sure where they're going, so I think we need to, much like a guy climbing a mountain, we need to find secure positions along the way, so that if we do engage them, we engage them on our terms rather than just that's all and again, it's up to you, but that's what I would
Well, looking at the map, it seems like the west is way more hilly than the south. So maybe if we just stick on the left side of this river or whatever, and head towards the south, and then start cutting towards red boards. That's better than trying to cross anywhere along the river.
I think that sounds rather reasonable.
Also, I guess it would be harder for the Prussians to attack us from the right or our flank if we have a river anchoring our lines. Can I stream or like my map? Is that allowed?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
So I don't know where the Prussians are, but I imagine that they're somewhere around Red Boars, but not totally on it. So I imagine that they're maybe in a line like this, somewhere in this area. But obviously I don't know. But anyway, instead of trying to work through the hills in the middle of the map here, I think it's better to... Oh, sorry. I think it would be better to just try and head down this way and then go for Red Boars as such, instead of trying to work our way over this river and then through these hills.
Sure.
Also,
Sounds good.
if they are in a line like this and we all push from this direction, it would be maybe awkward for whoever's on their
Mr.
right
Fox,
flank
hello.
to move around to face us, or they'd be late in supporting their teammates. I don't know.
So we want to move on that flank relatively unhidden until it's time to strike, don't we? So we don't want to get our cavalry too far out in advance of that movement. So perhaps we want to have some forces in that central area to make them believe that's where we're coming from. So I think, seeing as I'm in the northern sector of our force, it would be best for me to be that decoy in the centre.
Wait, this is me, right? And this is you?
I wasn't too sure, actually. But
I think I'm the one up here.
well, there you go. Then I'm the one down the south. Sorry.
Yeah. But so, what I could do is I could maybe send my cavalry down here to...
I give you another 4 minutes, then we're gonna start, alright?
Okay.
I could send my cavalry down here to...
Alright, gentlemen, do we have your orders of march yet?
Yes, kind of. Can I get a mission or whatever objectives are? The thing you told us at the beginning.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, at the beginning you told us where we were and where the enemy was.
Yeah.
So can you say that again. Saying Octavius is
Okay,
is
so
new.
the enemy is coming from the northwest. They are around
Northwest.
the main road there, probably south of the main road to the west. And they want to advance in the direction of southeast, which is the right bottom corner of the map, and you want to prevent that from happening.
I see. So yeah. Do you want us
they-
to write the order on our channel or tell you?
It would be best. I mean, whatever you prefer. We can split you up in voice channels and then take that quickly, or you can just write it down which unit in front and so on.
Yeah, the first order we can say that here. If that is okay with you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'm going to meet up with Octavius. So I'm going to be marching towards him. That is my first
Okay,
order.
just a question. Where can I find my units? I don't apparently have them. I just have this. I sent you a
They
screenshot.
are in the, when you go down on the table left bottom corner, there are colored bags, and there's this candle, and on the right side of the bag there is a yellow and a blue. Of the candle, sorry, so yellow and the blue bag, and in the blue bag there are more bags, and there you have the Prussian units. If you want to put them down, but that's not. You can do that.
I only wait. I only have bags with
No,
dices, different kinds of dices.
Go to the left.
I sent you a screenshot.
Further to the left.
Further to the left.
Do you want me to share my screen?
Okay, I see. Okay, I see. Okay, I'm dumb. Oh,
Nope.
sorry.
No worries.
Sorry.
So in order that we can get that a bit sorted out, it's maybe better if you all write it down in your channel, because we are gonna be a bit quicker that way if you just put it down, like the numbers of the units, like type and number of units and in which order you want to march them out. That's what we need first.
No, okay, I see.
I brought the order.
Alfred, do you have an eye on Ninja's channel? Can you set up his units, please?
Yes.
And I'm Sergey here, correct?
Yep.
Graham, thank you.
What does it mean to set up my channel?
If you go into, there should be a channel named Octavius, Blue 4. Oh, you're already in it, I think.
Wait, is it Octavius or Ninja?
Yes, it's Octavius.
No, Alfred, you're looking after Ninja.
Line infantry. Cavalry.
Oh.
So Octavius, do you already know the order in which your units should move out?
Roughly, yes, I would meet up with Evergreen first. Have we met up yet, or are we still meeting up?
Your forces are separated right now.
Then I'm wait at my current location until we rendezvous.
Okay, and then marching column is just your infantry in chronological order.
Exactly.
And where do you want to have the artillery? Behind the infantry, or in front, or mixed in between?
I am currently at the rendezvous location, so I wouldn't have to move forward, but just to readying the marching position. Yeah, no, it's exactly like the first picture that you've shown me. So basically, infantry in front, the artillery in the middle, and the
supplies in the rear. Yep.
Supply column in the back.
And are you sure you want to wait, because your marching column will take some place on the road, some space? So even if you start marching out now, probably
you can go first.
yeah.
I'm going to meet with you.
So okay, then I will just prepare my slow march, I guess.
And to where do you want to go?
I think towards... wait a minute, I sent you the screenshot. Here. I aim to go exactly where the mouse is. Basically, in between the two cities.
Don't you want to... So I don't know your overall plan, but don't you all want to move west?
Yeah, can I talk?
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
yeah,
please.
We are all going to near Librosit, and then we are going to take the hill, Kavajik, north of Librosit. So yeah, you can go first and place the artillery there on the hill. I'm going to march behind you because you are closer.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, all good.
I recently came from...
Okay.
Then
so the basic idea is to set there up. Got that.
Okay.
So that's gonna move there. Okay, so then we have that.
That.
I think everybody else has given orders. Then we are good to start. Let's quickly stop by Team Red. So,
Okay.
we are here to take your initial orders. You see, Peter has already put his down. And where does everybody else want to go?
I've got Peter's orders.
Nope, that's great. So, Crusader, where do you want to go with your column?
Sorry, yes, you need my marching location?
Yep.
Okay, I'll make a screenshot in a second.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Natalie, I'll ask you a question. It's something that's been irritating me as regards to the mechanics of Discord and TTS.
Yeah.
Do you know when you get notifications from Discord, it pops up in the top left-hand corner?
Oh, yeah.
How do you move that so it's not interfering with your ability to use the map? Is there any way of doing that at all?
No, I know you can disable it entirely from Discord app, but I don't know how, I'm afraid. I've had the same issue as you have.
Okay. Just want to pick that notification up and just push it somewhere that you're not using things, but
Yeah, I've also just disabled it completely.
Yeah.
Alright, then I got the orders from Crusader. And Alex, where do you want to go?
I'm just posting an image.
I sent it in my Slack channel.
Done.
Okay, interesting approach.
There's a place name on the map that I can't read, kind of.
Yeah, no worries. And
That's all of them for me, I'm afraid. I don't know any German.
Alright, I think we have everything.
Wait, I haven't sent mine, sorry. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Good, then umpires, we jump into the umpire channel and start the game.
Alright, sounds good. See you over there.
Alright, so do you want to draw that on the map, Alfred, where left wants to go? Let's see. Dragoons, cuirassiers, Toshits.
Oh, my people are going to be the ones encountering each other, Sergei and Peter, most likely. What's the time right now?
We will start, let's say 0600.
Alright.
So I think before we can start, we still need to figure out where exactly left wants to go.
Say the time again.
Tausch, it's 0600.
Thank you. Sorry for that.
So, but you don't have to give them a screenshot of their position right now.
No, I know. I'm just wondering for once we start.
Mm-hmm. Where is that goddamn town even? Ah, they all want to go down here. That's interesting. So he wants to go down.
Yeah, so you're gonna try and
there.
pass the river south, I think.
Uh-huh.
and then one of them I thought was going to go across it in the north and like do a display of, oh look, but I don't know if that's actually happening now.
So then Overschrottlin, Unterschrottlin, then they are trying to start scouting in this direction. Interesting, interesting.
Yes. Are they supposed to disperse into their channels now?
No, they can't stick together. We will move several turns in a row now, and then when we are done with that, we can split them up.
Gotcha.
Okay, so let's start with the first move. So remember, infantry moves 4 squares on roads in marching column, and then cavalry does move 5. If the hussars are ordered to move on their own, they can move a little bit further. But if you move them 5 for that, that's all right. It's okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Matrix 3. Oh, dear. 2, 2, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, so cavalry can move like 6 on roads, or is it just follow them all?
5 on roads, 6 if they're light cavalry, like you said, I think.
Yep.
Right. Does the diagonal count, or just count them as 1?
Just count it as 1. It's all abstracted anyway.
What a lovely term. What a useful one as well.
So these guys are moved. They create a bit of a traffic jam down here, right?
Me too.
Okay, so let me see what ninja's orders were. I can start moving him.
Alright. I've only got a single fellow for each side, yes, so I'm done then.
Yep. I'm just helping out here with moving ninja.
Yeah, gotcha.
Same thing on Peril Road, south of 3rd. So, somewhere here. Second Dragoons are to distance to cover them. What are these Cuirassiers? Dragoons. To support them if needed. So they are somewhere here behind. And then to the western end of the Kamayak Hill. Somewhere there. Yeah, we'll put them into marching column like so. And the supplies. Where do you want the supplies? Supply east of the hill. So we'll move down here. Okay, so that would be first turn done, wouldn't it? Oh no, we have still units here. Where does left want to go? Light Train, Dragoons, Cuirassiers, you got that one, okay. Third disaster, right, Unterschwadin. So they all need to go down here. Let's do him a favor and split them up a little bit and send these guys down this road. Fourth of the southeast to Liberositz. And where is that? It's over there, okay. So these guys are moving with them for now. They will split up to move over here. Let's remember that. They go there and the others go down here. Like so, okay, and then we can start the second move.
Do we give him a screenshot now?
No, not at this point. I mean, we
No,
could,
we
but
don't need to, do we?
Doesn't really matter.
Alright.
Or I presume I can just move Crusader up. Yes, there's no point in waiting for someone else to do it if I can.
Mm-hmm.
How much is the infantry in March again? I'm sorry.
4.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and Alex is basically stuck behind him.
I don't see them yet. But this will be interesting, I think.
Yeah.
I'm saying
I
there's
mean,
like a hill in the way.
So yeah, if they were on the hill and stuff, they could see up to 6 with the bare eye.
But they are in fact between two hills, so I'm gonna say
yeah. The question is,
first sighting instances you said 6 with the bare eye, yes?
yeah.
Okay, just wanna have it consistent. So
at least they would see some movement there that they can't identify what's going on. But so now the question is, do we want to say they have vedettes out in the area? And
their orders were to go to like Wooltish and then start scouting north from there. So at this point, they probably wouldn't have deployed anything such as that.
No, okay, got that. Okay, has Ninja been moved already? Don't think so. Let's do that quickly.
Yep. Oh, I've got to do Sergey. Hold on.
Roughly like so. These guys in behind. In the center. Train seems to be ordered to stop here. All right, so that was the 0630 move. Then I think next turn we have this contact. And the commander is how far away? 12, so you get to know the turn after. But Peter will know.
Yes, Peter will.
Peter will probably also have the chance to react to this in the turn. So then let's do the 645 move, and we split the players up now before we give them
channels now.
Yeah, before we give them any reports, and I think only Peter will get one. Or let's see up here. these guys will probably also meet, so Sergey might get one as well.
All right. I want to go to Peter then, yes? Oh, 6:30 you said?
No, wait. We're gonna make the move first. I mean, the Peter will have the chance to
react
to that, and just so
So
do the half
they'll
movement.
move to like
yeah.
here.
Mhm.
And then
Exactly. Remove all the lines.
Wait, are we moving again? Are we moving the pieces again?
yes, I think so.
Yep.
How much is each of these sets of 2 blocks? What is that called? A brigade, yes?
With the cavalry, that would be a small regiment.
Oh, regiment, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it varies a lot. So, one block is, let's say, a squadron, and then a regiment could be up to 6 or 8 blocks, sometimes even. Because they are just like thrown together. A regiment is not a regiment like we know from the Napoleonic time or anything, but just a number of troops. Okay, so these guys need to move. And depending on what Peter does, they might even move a little bit further.
Okay.
But just so that we have that already going. Okay. And these guys moved as well, so they will react to that, and they will form up here and take a look at what's going on. Same for these hussars.
Wait, did you move ninjas troop yet?
Not this turn. You can move them further. I'm not sure how far they are supposed to go, but
I think they're just going to go to Plinka.
okay. Then we should be good to give report. What would be 0700 now?
Wait, do I send a courier to Ninja that his forces has reached Plinka?
Yep.
All
Would be
right.
good.
So I'm good for my screen caps then.
Yep.
What
And
was
I'm
the
gonna
time
move
again?
you to bed flip.
What do you need, Alex? Sorry,
what-
Alfred.
Yes, what was the time?
0700.
Oh, 700. Right. Thank you. Alright, and also, do I send a courier to Ninja that his forces reach the place?
Yes, do that.
I can just like tell him, right?
Yep, you can. Just let them split up into their channels and then... Or you just write it, I don't know, he's on his phone, I believe. All right. Yes, you can certainly move ahead.
I was waiting. I'm going to continue marching behind them.
And go yourself to meet Octavius. Sure, we'll make that.
So can I?
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry, what was the question?
Can I change the channel? Can I move?
Yeah, you can move there.
Yeah, I'm going to write to the head of the column. Should be fine. Hello.
All right.
Hello.
Octavius, the head of your column reached the hill and is moving up. And Evergreen, as you have seen, your column is waiting to get in behind the marching column.
Okay.
We are behind you.
Yeah. You have some time to talk, and if you want to give any new orders, I'll be back in a second.
No, it's all fine. Can I send a dispatch?
Yes, of course you can.
Yeah, I'm going to ask the other two players where they are and what they are doing.
Yeah.
Since I don't see them on any of the voice channels, so I don't know.
Yeah, just write it down in your text channel, and we will take care of that and deliver it.
Okay. So, Evergreen. Should we make the cities of...
Hello, so you should be split up by now. Like so.
Yeah.
Okay, your column is a bit stuck behind the column of Crusader.
Okay.
There seems to be something going on at the head of the column. You didn't do the full marching potential for this turn.
Okay.
So, yeah. Do you want to stay with your forces, or do you want to move yourself forward in the column?
Yeah, I would like to move forwards and perhaps see what's going on.
Okay. Let's see, how far can you go? Put you there. All right. All right, so you're a bit stuck behind the cavalry column there that came in from the north, and there seems to be something going on at the head of the column, which is quite a bit away, so you don't know what's going on there, but everything slowed down a little bit this turn.
I see.
Do you want to stay with your column, or do you want to move yourself somewhere else?
I think I'll head up to that hill at next crossroads.
Yep. Okay, we can make that happen. Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Octavius, do you have any new orders?
Yes. In a minute. How do I do this? Upload it in the channel. My planned new position would be to reroute 3 supplies to the town of Librotic and turn it into a supply depot. The supply convoy would be guarded by 1 battalion. I would fortify the hill with the remaining supply being guarded there. And basically take up positions like I've pointed out on the map.
Yep, I see that. Okay, thank you very much. All right.
John?
Yeah.
Do I tell Luke left that he is engaging?
That is about these troops here, right?
Yes, P4 Hussars.
Yeah. Yep. He's in range. He should know that.
Oh. Okay, I should do that now.
Great. Okay, so we have some new assistant umpires here, so everything is moving a bit slower, even though I'm taking care of 4 players with most of the units, but anyway, that's all right. That is what Open Saturday games are for new players as well, for everybody to join in. If you are interested in Kriegsspiel, come check out the International Kriegsspiel Society, kriegsspiel.org. There you'll find a link to the Discord server, and you can join. We have at least 1 live game a week, often more. Lots of play by email, so to say, play by post via Discord. Okay.
Hello. I given my report to Peter and Sergey and gotten their orders.
Great. We are waiting for Lev's orders, how he wants to react to this situation there. Now we should be good to move.
Yeah, did you see Alfred's thing in the umpire chat?
Oh yeah, he came to ask me about that.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yep. Okay, we can probably delete these marks. So how did Peter react to this?
Calmly, and in a way I think Peter usually does. He's going to send his hussars, which he assumes outnumbers the enemy, and he assumes correctly, to attack them head-on in that narrow passage, while his other hussars and dragoons move up around them to support.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I think you can start moving them half a turn.
You got it.
Yeah, because we didn't move them their full potential last turn.
Okay. There. These guys are fun. There.
So that's still the half movement from last turn that we had.
Yes.
To do. Okay, so the other guys can move afterwards. So now the question is, how do these guys react? They do they have specific orders to react to enemies?
Which
Oh,
it
yeah.
is. Oh, sorry.
I've already moved left Huzaus.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry, you were talking about that one.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. It's okay.
Oh, I just moved the Habsburg's force basically to there.
Mhm.
And for the ones engaged, he didn't say anything, so probably just shoot. Whatever.
Okay, so but they are hussars. They are. I mean, if the enemy wants to engage them, they would probably just skirmish a little bit and try to get away.
Question about Sergei's forces and Luek's forces here.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see each other through those trees, or are those trees in a valley? I presume they are given the river.
Seems to be a small valley here. But they are light troops, so let's say they know that something's going on there. They probably don't know.
They hear some noises. They see some rustles. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And what about left's forces? Do they hear anything?
Yeah, they are also hussars, so they
would hear.
Yeah, they know that something bigger is going on here.
But not exactly what.
Yep.
All right. Am I good to move Peter into contact with Sergei's forces over here?
Yeah, I think so. Let's say
Sergei's going to send out. Sergei's forces are going to send out a report to their commander, because that's what they were ordered to do if they made contact. What icon can I use for that?
That will take a turn. So let's see, about a turn.
I would say 2, but I'm not the game. I didn't make these rules, so it's up to you.
I mean, the thing is,
it would be like 3 dudes dashing.
A courier would probably move 20 squares a turn, realistically, and we are often reducing that down to 12. So, yeah, make it 2 turns. Make it 2 turns. That's all right.
Gotcha. So in that case, these guys will meet.
Okay, they are charging in. So then the question is, who is in a better position here? These guys, probably Peter's guys.
Another 10.
Okay, so that's the move for 0700, yeah?
All right, I think so. Roll the dice now.
I think I'll have to move the other guys then as well here.
Wait, I think Ninja hasn't. I think I haven't moved Ninja's forces.
Yep.
Actually,
go ahead and do that. I'm moving the infantry. Haven't done that.
Where is Solokan?
Where is what?
Solas-chan.
It's over here.
Okay.
So these orders were a bit more complex. Where did you want? One regiment to stay behind. So these are falling out of column.
Sorry, is my mic making noise, by the way?
Oh yeah, sometimes a little bit, but that's all right.
Okay, sorry about that, yeah.
Oh, no worries. Okay, so the dice, they are cavalry. And as these guys are supported, let's give them slightly better dice. And we also need close combat dice. Why don't I have close combat dice out?
Can I do the honors of rolling call?
Sure.
All right.
Oh,
so I roll all of these.
Yep.
All right.
Whew. Okay, that's 3 disruptions on these guys. Let me get a disruption marker. So they are dropping from yellow down to breaking.
Oh dear.
And these guys got 1, so they go down to white. And did I have a special rule for the advantage? I don't think so. Prevent breaking, that's not relevant in this situation. What does, however, happen is that these hussars are now committed. And they will do a follow-up. So they are now out of control of Peter.
Gotcha.
And they will make a test every turn if they sort of get back under control or not. These guys will be pushed back.
Running away.
Although these are only disrupted, so they probably try to screen that movement. And these guys are just running after them. Okay, so then up here, do we have combat here? What do you think? The Dragoons and Cuirassiers are pushing forward, right?
Yes. They were already at the end of their turn, so I'm going to say that they don't make it yet.
Okay.
Unless the Liu Kek Hussars move south and engage them.
What we will say is that the Hussars do their skirmishing stuff.
Oh yeah.
So just white dice, probably not much, no effect.
Literally.
Okay, and then they're gonna evade on their own. That's what Hussars do.
Oh, how does dispatches work?
Yeah, please write them down in their text channels, and then we will forward them with delay, depending on how far they are away. So if they are within 12 squares, that's about, within 1 or 2 turns they can arrive. Depends a bit on the situation. Yeah, I also have some from Evergreen, which will be delivered next turn. Okay, so then we can forward to 7:15, and we will give reports.
All right. No, erase those. Thank you.
Wait, could you say that again? Like 4 spaces is 1 turn?
For
the dispatches.
Dispatch is, let's say, 10 squares in 1 turn.
Oh, okay.
And it's alright if you just do it roughly. I don't have pieces down to mark that, but...
All right, I'm going to deliver to Peter then, yes?
Yes. So, can they see what's going on over here? They probably hear that something is going on.
Hello.
Hello, alright, so the column is slowly advancing along the hill ridge there. You can barely see friendly forces to your, what is that, northwest and southwest west. You hear some slight combat noises directly from the west. Other than that, everything is calm.
So did
What about my... You go on first?
Yeah, I sent some dispatches. Did they arrive? Any reply?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
What of my own troops? Are they on the move?
Your troops are on the move, yes, but they are off-road now and on rough ground, so they are moving slowly.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so I got the dispatch.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, yeah.
Hey.
So you've joined each other there on this hilltop, which gives you a bit of an overview.
Okay.
Unfortunately, nothing too much. You can barely see friendly troops moving to the east, and obviously the column to the south. And you hear some slight combat noises from the south.
Okay.
Any new orders? I mean, your columns are pretty far behind, so they are still moving, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Very well, thank you very much. And Evergreen wants to send grenadiers. Ooh, now things are getting a bit messy. Let's see. All 4 battalions? Really? Do you want to send them all? Okay, that does not impact any other movements, so we're just gonna take these guys and move them onwards. And then he wants to continue to the north. Okay. These guys are now guarding the supplies. These guys will continue their movement. Okay. See, and the artillery comes up. He wanted to send some troops down there. Some troops up there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, sorry about that. Took me a moment.
No problem.
So do we start moving the pieces now?
Yes, we can do that if we know what's going on here. We can start moving.
Yep.
Right.
Right. How does the pursuit here go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So the unit is now rolling a morale die.
Uh-huh.
And if they do not match their color, they will keep running. But that's yellow, so they are good. We say they move a little bit and then they stop here. However, they should now be spent.
They have orders to continue pursuing, actually, even though they're not.
Ah, okay. Oh, well, if they have orders,
they,
then
they have free reign to
Yep.
run the enemy down.
Yep.
And
Okay.
they're also Hussars, so they're going to make it pretty darn far.
Yes.
These guys are going to attempt to cut them off, but I don't think they do.
No, probably not. They off-road.
1, 2, 3, 4. Basic 3. Heater. 5, 6, 4 here. All right. Over here, who's in command of Lukek? That's Alfred, yes? Or, well,
Yes.
you know, okay.
It is me.
What's his orders over here?
It is basically to pull his units and go to Tauschitz.
Can you ping?
That's over here.
Oh, up north, I see.
Oh,
The
no,
up
there.
north, just
sorry.
for any means possible to just retreat to Tauschitz.
Okay, so these guys are supposed to go into here and scout. So, umpire, grand umpire. If Lukek's forces are turning around, do they see the scouts? Or do they not, because they're leaving the area?
Oh, they are so close, they will see the scouts.
Okay. Should we tell Lukek, or should we have his forces withdrawn nonetheless?
Withdraw nonetheless. I don't think these hussars will threaten them in any way.
Yeah, they're outnumbered anyway.
Withdraw like 5 squares or just...
As they're turning
Because they have to
around,
turn around,
yeah.
I would think. Yeah.
Yeah. Just 5.
So, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. So these guys have orders to cross and see what happens and then fall back. So they're going to do just that.
Yep.
Alright, the northern side. What about that one?
Okay, so these are all to pull out, right? There and there.
Yep.
And then we have what here? Dragoons, which are
Are to
medium
go
path.
up to here, dismount and seize forwards if they can. A recon and force if the enemy stays and fights to engage the enemy. If the enemy withdraws, to seize the camp.
Okay. So, but that means these hussars will probably not just go back into column and run. They will sort of skirmish a little bit here. They can still always get away from the dragoons, but we'll just quickly throw some white dice for skirmish there. And that's at least 1 disruption. Way.
Oh boy.
So that makes these guys fall back a little bit. And that's about that. Okay, so we can move the supply train up here. And the infantry. Like so. I think that should be all right. Okay, is that all? Then we can erase the lines. Continue to 7:30 and give reports.
All right. Sounds
Oh.
good. 7:30. Okay.
Oh, and also, do I send the dispatch from 7:15 now?
Yeah, that should arrive now. Yes.
Oh.
There was a dispatch somewhere. And welcome back.
Hello, yes.
Yeah, your units are still moving out. The Grenadiers have taken the southern road there. One regiment is in Libotritz to cover the supply train, and the others are still moving. Do you have any new orders for me? There still seems to be some combat noise to the west, but minor.
Combat noise to the west, okay. I would attach my 2 units that I've sent to the crossroads before Brenzan to join with Evergreens and move in the direction of Plianan. Did I say that right?
Planian, yeah.
Planian, yes.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
And welcome back. So the column has eventually continued moving. You can hear from the east some slight combat noises.
Yeah, I just want my column to turn left at the next crossroads towards Boschitz.
Towards Boschitz, all right. Okay, thank you very much. Oh, and Evergreen was muted. Okay, Evergreen.
Sorry, I was muted, so I was talking to myself. So yeah, you sent me an image, 7:30, right?
Yes.
The units on the hill are mine or Octavius?
The units on the hill are still those from Octavius.
My units are further.
They are further south. They are coming up though.
Okay, can I move them to Kosanda or however you say them?
To Kosanda, yes, sure.
Yeah. Send the Grenadiers there too.
And the couriers, yeah, they are on the way. All right.
So I'm going to write a dispatch to Sergei. So look.
Thank you. Heute mal keine Musik, ja. Ich wollte nicht Preußens Gloria anmachen oder sowas. Message flow is going on. And folks are still taking orders at a piece. Okay. But these guys won't interfere with anybody, so they keep moving off roads. That takes some time for them. Then we got these guys going down here. The artillery slowly coming up. These guys start deploying. And these guys are ordered to turn left. Move there. Grenadiers continue. What's that? So the big question is, what does Lev do with his column here? Seem to be stuck behind Peter.
Yes. Oh shoot, I didn't move up the column. Did I move up this column last time?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So is the column halting here, or are they moving?
No, they moved. Sorry, I didn't write down.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just interested whether there is a traffic jam behind here or not. 1, 2, 3, so they will start moving there. Depends on what Lev does. Let's wait for that. To Sergei, yeah, that will be sent next turn. Okay.
How do you spell machine? Sorry, random question.
What?
How do you spell machine? As in, like, machine weapons, machine cannon, gun.
In English?
Yes, in English.
M-A-C-H-I-N-E?
I don't know any German.
Machine, I think.
Yeah, that looks about right. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. Grrr. So it seems to take a good amount of time for my assistants to gather the orders from the cavalry. So I don't know if that's player related or umpire related. Oh. So lots of stuff going on with the cavalry.
Yes.
Let's say down here we have some skirmishing going on. Even though these guys will obviously try to evade, but anyway. Ooh.
Oh dear.
So that puts 1 hit and a disruption on these guys. And then 2 hits on these guys, which basically destroys them.
Oh dear. Delete those.
Yeah, and these keep just running away.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a little bit more. So that's 56. And they'll pursue.
Yep.
I'm gonna say since they have to cross over these not so nice conditions, they can only go 4 as infantry would.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Is that alright? Yeah.
Yep. One could even say they get disrupted by that, but that's probably a bit too harsh and too much to add.
Yeah, no need, I don't think.
Nope.
Besides, they would just reform next turn, I figure, anyway, if ordered to.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Alfred, what are these forces of Lev are doing?
They would like to go to Zasmut, the town at the bottom, the big one.
Oh, okay.
That's quite the southern flank march.
Yeah, I'll just move
I
them.
figure with Peter's reports, you cross at over Stojiaspal or whatever it is. Try and hit them there.
Okay, I
But
just
I'm
moved
not
these
playing.
already so that I can continue my infantry move over here.
What is going on at V skirmish at V North?
I don't know.
Oh.
Let's see.
So
these guys are still ordered to fall back, right? So,
yes. They're ordered to regroup at the L39.
Mm-hmm. So I would think this time we let them get away. They did their skirmishing stuff. We can roll 1 white die against the dragoons, and then the hussars will just move away. I mean, the dragoons in this time, they have muskets, and it is reported in very rare cases for the Habsburg dragoons to actually fire their cannons before charging in from horseback, which is pretty interesting. But
does that make sense? Shock the enemy, rattle them a bit before you close.
Yeah, it does. I mean, would probably work better if you had
proper
carbines and not muskets.
Yeah, you probably need a lot of discipline to do that. Oh, so just 1 white die?
Over here, whoops, that's not what I meant to do, sorry. These guys have been pulled in here. It's so laggy. And these guys, despite their numbers, have been ordered to... Sorry.
To charge in? Okay.
Yes, to charge in.
I mean, I would nonetheless let them, the hussars, roll 1 white die against them and get away.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And these guys are coming up the hill, so these are also getting away. Yep.
Should I roll the die?
Yep. That's nothing. Okay, that's fine.
Able indeed.
Okay, and then they can just move away.
So, they're moving away in like this formation?
In line, yeah, they're not in column, I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that like 4 squares?
You can, I think you can put them back into road column and then, yeah, move them like 4. All right, what else do we have? Supply moving down here? Or is there any other move we still need to do?
Hold on, let me finish off Sergey here. Yeah, so these guys move to here. These guys move to here.
Right. That should be that. And Ninja is still scouting there. How far are these guys away? Oh, there are no hills in between, but they can, from there, they can see this movement going on here. They don't know what's going on, but they see movement and probably clouds of dust.
What? Make sure to save that for him.
Okay. Then we continue to 7:45 and give reports.
Right.
And was there a dispatch? Yes.
$745.
Yep.
Thank you.
These guys are still on their hill.
I shall go too. Goodbye.
Okay, welcome back.
Yo, welcome.
You still hear some minor combat noise directly to the west. And that is all. The troops are moving.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to send a message to my grenadiers to keep pushing to the river. And my infantry can follow
To where the grenadiers? To where? Sorry.
The grenadiers right now, they should be near Kosanda.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So yeah, keep following the road to the west.
Okay.
To the river.
Where is my artillery? I didn't
It's
see them.
right behind you coming up. Struggling with the
okay.
ground.
Okay.
How far can the artillery reach?
They can shoot up to 4 to 5 squares effectively.
45?
4 to 5.
Oh, 4 to 5.
They can shoot further, but not that effective.
Okay. Good to know.
All right.
And,
Hello.
Hi there.
So, let me see. You did again hear minor combat noises from the east, but that is about all. So, Crusader, your troops continue to Boschitz, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And mine continue as before.
Yep. So interestingly enough, we haven't seen any infantry combat so far, but that's maybe also to be expected in a way. It's interesting that these guys stay so defensive on that hill, while the cavalry is out in front and already making contact. However, that's maybe also appropriate. I mean, we see how long it takes for the infantry and artillery to get into position even here. Several turns because of the terrain and all that stuff. They're moving off roads. So there's that. In the end, maybe not too bad, besides the fact that the enemy is moving somewhere completely different, but they have turned now, so maybe they advance in this direction. Who knows? We will see that. We will see that. So there will be no interference with these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. They can continue. These are ordered to get in behind, and they will move 3 to there. Sehen Sie die Truppen im Norden? Sehen die Habsburger die Truppen? Die Husaren? Nein. Nein, das ist eine kleine Truppe bei den Häusern, die dürfte gedeckt sein. Wir haben hier die von Ninja. Nee, sie sind ein bisschen zu weit weg und das Gelände ist nicht geeignet für die Truppen, sie zu sehen. Wir haben jetzt gesagt, dass die Husaren diese Bewegung sehen können, den Staub, aber hier, das sind kleinere Formationen. Die werden nächste Runde sicherlich nah genug dran sein, um gesichtet zu werden. So then these guys, 1, 2, they are moving off roads. The artillery is coming up and has now reached this position. Let's say the first battery is deploying. And we bring these guys into double line to make space for the guns. Did I move these already? No, I did not. 1, 2, 3, 4. About there. Die Generäle, ja, weil sie auf dem Hügel sind, ne? Wenn sie ein Fernglas hätten, könnten sie das tun. Ja, müsste möglich sein. Ja, vielleicht hätte ich es ihnen schon sagen sollen. So kommt ein bisschen mehr Spannung auf. Ja, die haben sich bewegt, das ist okay. Und die ziehen darunter, das heißt, die können hier weiter. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be alright. Does not have to be 2 exactly. So, and it's also interesting that they are staying on their general's hill there, which is certainly not a bad decision. Just interesting to witness that in such a game. So they are moving anyway, even if these guys come down. Yeah, okay, maybe we have to move these guys back a little bit and deploy a screen here if the hussars are coming down. Genau. That's it. We're gonna tell them soon.
Hello?
Hello.
Did you already move the left dragoons and crusaders?
I did move Crusaders units, but not left units.
Okay, so should
Okay, apologies. That one took a moment as well, but I think I've got everything.
Oh, I think we are good.
All right, we'll start moving.
So one interesting thing for my guys here, Alex, is ninjas, hussars in the north and dragoons. What are they doing? Are they moving south now? Because then I probably have to rewind a little bit and deploy some guys here.
Oh yes, these guys are moving south.
Yeah, no, I was talking about these guys up here. So they are concentrating there, yeah?
Yes, we are in Solashan.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very interesting.
Yes, it's quite a
So because
long haul.
when he will probably join them, right?
Next yes,
turn. Yeah.
He orders the hussars to harass the southern thing.
Okay, interesting. Yeah.
I'm not sure how that would work.
So yeah, we would start to deploy them here.
And also,
we say one of these
guys are from here.
Reacts to the threat. And as the hussars are a bit quicker, they will have the honor of the first volley.
Oh my, I didn't even realize what was going on up here.
Yeah, probably not too much. Oh well, a disruption from the infantry. Yeah, fair enough.
And also, he said if the infantry moves into a square formation, the dragoons should dismount. And if there's artillery, they should retreat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't really have squares at this point in time.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they were not unseen, but very rarely used, so just some smoke there for the skirmishing. Okay.
Oh, and also, sorry, they would like to regroup at Presbos, I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so eventually reports for these guys next turn. Hmm. Where else do we have combat? Looks like down here between Peter and Sergei.
Yep, once again. These two generals are now meeting, it seems, too.
Okay, so what are Peter's orders? What does he want to do with the hussars?
He wanted to pursue the enemy up north to see if he could find a large enemy body. Whereas General Major Sergei wanted to move south to intercept these hussars, which he believes to be crossing at this area. And he was correct.
Okay. So then the question is, would Sergei charge in against the hussars or not?
I think so.
Okay. Make that happen.
You're up. Come on.
And we give the hussars some skirmish dice. And well, now the question is, how much are the cuirassiers advantaged against the hussars? Would the hussars try to evade? Probably so. So let's say
I would imagine
they only get orange dice and close combat. And let's even give the hussars close combat. Why not? All right, go ahead, roll them all.
All of them? All right.
And what do we have? One disruption against these guys. And then we have one on these and one on these guys. They didn't use their muskets, so ammo is not a thing.
Yep.
And that means Peter has trying to get away with his guys here.
Guys, if we're still.
Yep, and they will now be following up.
Yep.
Okay, some chaos there. Drop some smoke for the flavor.
Yep.
And what about these guys? They need to move, I guess.
Oh, yes, they should fall back to over here.
Yeah.
And stay on this side of the town area and just watch for the enemy.
They were ready there, that's good.
Well, seems we're gonna have a conflict along these two fellows seem to be crossing lines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Finally getting interesting here. Okay, let's continue the
8 o'clock.
Yep, 8 o'clock it is. And time for reports. Reports for these guys, and now for these guys.
Oh, 0800.
Hello.
Okay, hello. So the artillery is eventually getting into position to deploy there on the hill. Evergreen's column is marching to bushes.
Yes. I'm going to go with my column, if that is okay. Because I think they are going too far by themselves.
Okay. Do you want to be with the line infantry or the grenadiers?
If possible, with the grenadiers.
All right.
So they are further up. I'm going to tell the Octavius that he can do the plan we talk about.
Yes.
I probably will go to my own channel.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to blue too.
Yep, thank you. Okay, so Octavius, what's your plan?
Wait a minute, I'm currently struggling with the tabletop simulator. Yes. How do I get rid of this? No. God damn it.
What are you looking for?
I did the fog of war and now I can't get rid of it.
The fog of
Wait a minute. Yes. There. So, yeah, I would put the artillery. Wait a minute. I would move the artillery forward towards this line. Basically, wait a minute. I make a screenshot. So, where can I? There. It's not the exact location, but that's where I intend to send the artillery. I can't pronounce the names, so I just screenshotted it.
Okay.
I'll move the infantry towards Pobots, but yeah, no. I move my infantry along with the rest of my unit and myself towards Pobots to rendezvous with the rest of my unit there.
Yep.
So that we can all go together to the hill and put the artillery there.
All right, sounds good. So, finally some action.
Yeah.
Some hussars showed up and harassed your column there, so one of the regiments, of Alex's regiments, deployed to screen the column. They got a little bit disrupted and were not able to fire the first volley, but the hussars are already scared and retreated a little bit. You do see now some clouds of dust in the north, so there seems to be a little bit more coming from there.
Okay.
Okay. I think I will leave this position. I'll go to the head of my column.
Crusader to the head of the column, yep.
And I want my column to turn south when they reach. What is this? Yeah, Bushits.
Let me see. So
towards Mlikovic.
Towards, where is that one? Libotritz?
Mlikovic, straight south.
Ah, far south, okay. Got that. And Alex, what is your plan?
I would like for my column to continue forwards with the exception of those 2 units who have engaged. They engage cavalry, right?
Yeah, that's cavalry there.
That's cavalry, yeah.
Okay, so you also keep moving south with your column. Or you stay on the hill and the column moves on.
Yeah, I stay on the hill so I can observe the situation.
Yep. Sounds good.
And I would like to send a message, but it will take a moment for me to write.
Yeah, no worries. Just put it in your text channel.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have all the report or the orders? No, we don't.
And all the orders.
Let me see, did I miss to send any dispatch?
1, 2, 3, 4.
This one.
Here.
Oh, should be good. these guys here, and then... Now that's funny. Can they see each other here for... What's the same question
I
again?
would say yes, because watch, hold on. This place here is just water, so it would be very low down. There'd be nothing stopping the generals from seeing one another.
That's right, but
argue, at
I
least.
already moved these guys, so they would be... So the general would be down here.
Oh,
somewhere.
I see.
He would stumble into these hussars next.
Yes.
So yeah,
He'll see somebody.
Let's say I can get to here. It's getting a bit chaotic for the Habsburg infantry.
Oh dear.
These keep marching. These keep marching.
Oh, it actually, these guys might engage one another.
They are just screening there. Okay.
Jan, could you help me with the this?
Up here?
Yes. The dragoons are set to skirmish. I don't know how to do that.
Dragoons to skirmish. That's probably not going to happen. The hussars would skirmish. Although the question is if they would actually try to do that head on with the infantry. Because this time the infantry will certainly fire back.
I see.
So the dragoons, they can either try to charge in, but they need to form up, so they could reach the infantry if they wanted to charge in. Otherwise they have to dismount, and so that would be more appropriate to skirmishing than with their muskets. Which then would mean they only move like half a move and get off their horses first.
He did not specify with his order. He only said dismount if they have squares, which that time they don't, and to charge if the enemy is weakened, which I don't think they are too weak.
I would argue they've been weakened by this disruption, and the dragoons, the hussars would notice that.
Yeah, actually, would agree with that.
And hussars are notoriously over-aggressive, so...
That's true.
Yes. So can the dragoons also charge?
The dragoons...
They can at least try, I think.
Yeah. That's about half a move. They can form and then charge in.
Alright, then they shall do that.
Okay.
Right.
Sorry.
That's okay. Okay, so how do I just... do I put them here-ish?
Yeah, you can put them directly close to the infantry. We will fire with the infantry, so maybe some of the dragoons won't actually hit, but we need to find out.
What about the hussars?
They would probably try to get on the flank and skirmish a little bit from the flanks.
It makes sense.
Yep, like so. And then these guys are the second wave. We check if the first hit or not. Okay. So let's get some dice. And some. These. White dice for the hussars. And then the infantry is now prepared. It's their first volley. So we give them the orange die. We roll the orange first to see if they... Yeah, these guys are disrupted and pushed back, so only 2 are getting in. What I expected. Disruption marker. These guys. Okay, so now we do the other stuff all at once. And not as effective. First, these guys are running low on ammo, they still can fire, that's no problem. Nothing from these. And then 2 disruptions on this one, that's a pain. They are routing now. And bring this whole thing here into disorder, and the cavalry goes after them. And this one is bumped back, I would say. Let me get the follow-up marker. They are committed, they are running in.
Oh, and also, how do I say this to Ninja? Do I make it vague or?
There would probably... he's close enough. A courier can get there and describe what happened. Not too detailed, don't send him an actual screenshot of the complete situation, but tell him they went in. And some were repulsed and some are charging.
Okay, I shall do that.
Okay, what else? Do we have down here the situation?
Where? Oh, over here. I'm just going to say that the Hussars report to Sergei that they see a column of light infantry headed by an officer and some artillery coming south past Logis, and it shows its shits, and that they don't feel confident engaging any of this because of their far superior numbers, and that they're going to fall back over.
Oh, sounds good.
They can't make it all this turn, so I'll just have them fall.
Yep.
Am I good to already solve the run line? Take that as a yes, I can race the lines.
If there's nothing going on here in the south?
So these Hussars from Peter have an order to intercept the cuirassiers if they pursue, while the Peter's cuirassiers screen his move to Ober this place. I'm not really sure what would happen here. I feel like these guys would stop and stare each other down. No one wants to charge over rivers and lakes.
Yeah, sure.
And the Hussars would move to intercept, but not also want to charge over. I think this is a stalemate, pretty much.
Yeah. We can give the Hussars a little bit of skirmishing there, maybe 2 dice, and that's all. That would be all, and that is big nothing.
All right.
Okay.
Report straight 15, yes?
So then we remove the follow-up here.
Yeah.
Wait a second. These guys are now actually spent because they ran all the way down here. Which means they are not allowed to engage any enemy for 2 turns.
Until they rest up a little bit. Sounds reasonable.
Okay. I think then we are good to...
All right. See you in a bit. Got to do my briefings.
Yep.
What does the clock say? 8:15. So, and then there were some dispatches to Sergei. And what else do we have? That should be everything delivered. So let's go to Evergreen first. Hello. So
Hello.
there's a lot going on to the west. A marching column of Habsburg infantry.
Yes, I saw the image. So
From
there is
the
any
uniforms, you can gather that these are probably Grenzer units, so light infantry.
Okay, there is any bridge near Boschit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm going to cross there, harass them.
Okay.
Also, I'm going to write a dispatch to Octavius.
Yeah, very well. Hello. So you are moving off the hill, everybody. I mean, it takes some time for the infantry and even the artillery to get into marching column again. Other than that, your two forward regiments.
Yes, I'm here. What
Okay.
happened?
So you're moving off the hill slowly. Everybody needs to get into marching columns first. And the other units are concentrating on marching onto Pobors. And you got a dispatch from Octavius. From Evergreen.
Okay.
And now you want to move south. Do I see that? Is that still your order? Okay, so everybody now to the south.
So, originally I wanted to only send that small group of soldiers south, but now with the dispatch I changed that plan to everyone going south that route.
Okay.
Also, dinner is ready, so I don't think I will be able to contribute to this game anymore. Would you be able to transfer my units to Evergreen?
I see there was one guy asking if we still need a player, so maybe he can just jump in for you.
That would be nice.
Thanks for letting me know, no problem. Hope you enjoyed it so far.
I enjoyed it. Sorry if I was a bit confusing and messy. I just came back from an event and basically crashed into the briefing sideways and only caught a few snippets of it. So
yeah, no worries.
Okay, thanks. So, but still, I hope I was able to contribute in a meaningful and hopefully funny way, so that everyone had some enjoyment in the game, and I didn't mess anything up.
No, it's all right. It's great. It's always great to have new players, and hope you join again. A bit unfortunate for you that you didn't see any combat action so far, but next time for sure.
Yeah, next time.
All right.
Are there any games on Sunday?
I don't think anything has been set up. There might be an ad hoc game, so just ask tomorrow if there's anybody willing to host one.
Okay. All right, then I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, have a good one. Enjoy the meal.
Yo, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. How does that work?
Okay, conflicting orders are coming in here from Evergreen for Octavius, who just left. Now I'm going to Alex first. Alright, here I am. So,
Hi there.
what happened? The dragoons charged in, and your infantry got a wonderful prepared volley out. Unfortunately, not as effective, so they disrupted 2 units, pushed them back, but the other ones got in, and one actually crushed one of the battalions, which is routing through the supply train right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. And then there is another group of cavalry coming from the northeast.
Yeah.
And reports-wise, I think that is all. There's nothing else you can hear.
Can I give my orders right away?
Yes.
Yeah, I would like the... Is that 7th Infantry right in front of me?
Yes.
I would like them to turn back, form lines and try to push back the cavalry, go and help the one still fighting infantry. And then, well, stop my column and have the 3rd Infantry units go between me and another cavalry unit approaching me.
Yep. And then what else do you have there? Any orders for the 1st Musketeers, the artillery, or the grenadiers?
They will... They will hold as well and start coming a little bit back.
Okay, thank you. Hello.
Hey.
So, as you are turning south, you see some hussars. They seem to have crossed the lakes there at Swoyschitz, and upon recognizing your movement, they have fallen back onto the tree line. In addition, you can see clouds of dust from the road that is running to your northeast. There seems to be some sort of column moving along the creek there behind the woods, so you can't really see them, but you know that something is coming.
Okay.
Any ideas how you want to react to that?
I will set up my artillery around where I stand, and I want them to start shooting at this.
Mm-hmm.
And I want my column to march to their current destination. Toward.
Okay, so alright, set up the artillery and the column continues south.
Yes.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
All right, proper umpire. Well, Jan can tell you a bit more than I can, I think. But to be like a master umpire, you have to talk to Marshall or Alex or something. Or one of the other people is already a master umpire, and they can sort of. You have to play a few games under their command, and then as an assistant, and then you're a master umpire. You can host your own games. I think that's how that works, right?
Yeah, there's sort of a program. So you'll have to run a few games on your own as the lead umpire. So you have to design the scenario, and then one of the master umpires will be assigned to you and support you in that. And then you'll do a sort of larger game for which you need to write the scenario, you need to write the briefings in advance, run that game as the lead umpire, and afterwards do a sort of after action report and what you've learned, what you would have done differently, and such things. And then all the other master umpires will vote. And if you make it, if you've done great, you'll become master umpire.
I see. How about the assistant umpire thing? It's just playing some games under the master umpire?
Yeah, that's just help every now and then, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so one of our players dropped. Octavius had to go. I don't know if Sam is still around and wants to join. I just pinged him. If not, we're just going to bot on the last orders. And I can start moving guys around.
All right.
So as we are here in the north, let's see. Do these guys have orders? I mean, these are following up anyway. They will probably either get stuck in the supply or capture this battalion there.
They basically there aren't any specific orders, but I do remember him saying that if there's a chance, they should charge. So they would probably charge too.
Okay. Yeah, at least this one. Not so sure about these disrupted units. They probably stay out of combat for a moment.
The Hussars,
will probably just jump onto the supply trains here. And these, what would you say? Would they keep harassing the flanks, or would they go around onto to hit the supply?
Harassing the flanks would make the most sense. But supply, yeah, maybe this.
Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, they could even charge in. I mean, it's a flank,
that would make more sense actually.
Yeah, sounds good. All right. So these guys are ordered to form, but they won't move too far. And these are also to turn around and get up here.
Who's Alfred?
Hello, I am Alfred.
Yes, dispatch to Alfred from Peter. Apparently, Peter wants to send you a dispatch.
That is
which is
odd. Well, do send it. Not sure how to reply to that.
Okay, and Ninja himself with these guys is supporting here, or what is he doing with the cuirassiers?
Oh yes, he would like to send the third Hussars to support the charge that he has started, and he wants his cuirassiers to basically charge everything they see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see, move them over. They start deploying them.
Yeah, and also his general to get a good value vantage point. What?
Okay, yeah. That's a good idea. And how far are these away? Yeah, let's say they can make it. So just form them again into double line and let them crush these guys. But this time the infantry will get out a volley first. Okay. As we are there, we will just quickly roll the dice already. So what do we need? We need some green there. Green there. Green there. Decide on what these guys are going to do. This one will probably be captured. These can get a volley out. Okay. So first prepared volley from these guys. The Hussars are coming in on the flank. Oh, that's actually the wrong die. Infantry gets 8-sided dice. No. They probably only get yellow. Yellow on these, and then let's say they get yellow and white. Yellow for these, and white. No. They get yellow as well. That should be it. Oh no, I missed these skirmishing hussars. Okay. Bit chaotic, but anyway. So, what do we have? What do we have? These musketeers seems to be in a very good fighting mood, so they get a disruption on these guys, drop them to white and push them back, and they get disrupted themselves by the hussars. And the hussars are on it now. They keep fighting. These guys fall back. Alright, this can be removed. And then we have... Oh, that's independent from one another. These guys, that's nothing. Firing onto the infantry, then the infantry firing onto these guys. Charging the supplies. That's
this is quite the engagement.
Yeah. Quite chaotic here.
I know. They didn't screen their north as well as they should have, I think, these Habsburgs. They had a good plan going south, but let's see if it'll pay off.
So that's also not too bad. That's one disruption and hit, and one disruption each on the infantry. Let's see, copy the hit on these guys. Should be it, yep. So the infantry is not going to fall back, the cavalry does, however. These guys are sort of stuck in there, and they are also committed, as is the infantry, by the way, committed. Which just means you can't pull them out easily, but against cavalry that's obvious anyway. Okay, good. So I need to move my guys here. 1, 2, 3. They start to get up. Down here, Crusader, funnily enough, wants to deploy his artillery and shell the hussars and let the column move on.
Elder Hussar, alright. Well, that's actually not that bad of a maneuver, I think, back for that.
And even though I told him that something is marching along this road, he doesn't care to
He's
protect.
not listening.
No.
I was gonna say, yeah, if they don't watch their north, they're gonna...
He don't care.
You don't care. Let's see, this is risky now, because now they have to get all the way around the south and do something devastating before they get all their supplies are wiped out.
Yep. Do I even want to give them orange? No, probably not. Let's just give them yellow, because they deployed and the enemy is in light formations. Pew pew pew, one disruption on the hussars. Like so. And now it gets even more confusing with these units. So Octavius' last order was to completely abandon this position and move down to the south. Okay. Turn around. Turn around. Get the these guys on the road. No orders for his supplies. That should be everything for my guys. Do we have anything else to roll on? What about this situation here?
Oh, the Hussars orders for Peter. Ooh, okay, my game is not being nice today. Oh, there we go. Is they were to go up towards K and Krichan and sort of recon the area. If it was unguarded, take it, and otherwise just hold back the enemy cuirassiers from striking south again. So they won't advance, but they will probably stay put.
Yeah, so they're just sitting there.
These guys, move them. Have orders to set up on this hill.
Yep. I think we can remove some disruption from it.
Yeah, and reorganize a little bit. So oh, can you do that? My game is being super weird. I don't know what's wrong.
Yeah, it's probably just because I'm on the other side of the pond, so.
Right, I suppose. Alright, and these, wait, hold on, let me go check what the curiosity orders were again. Yeah, there's no proper orders for them, so they're going to hold position.
Okay. Then we've done everything, and we are good to give reports for 8:30. We probably, yeah, we have to see what happens here. Probably go on for 2 or 3 turns. I mean, up in the north, it's already pretty chaotic, and
yes. I've got to go at 3, so you might be down me by the end of this.
Yeah, okay.
Going to deliver my orders to Peter, my reports.
Yep.
I'll do the same.
Hello. So you want to capture their supply train, right? Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to send the gladiators who are already formed.
Yes.
If they can capture the supply train. And the other units can also cross if they can.
Okay. You do hear, from this position, you do hear quite some combat noise to your west.
My west. Okay. So yeah.
Other than that, to the south, some artillery fire just opened up, but that's all.
Yeah. I'm going to cross all the units I can, and we are going to form on the other side of the river. Yep. Give some units and screening to the west. Yeah.
Okay. Great, thank you. Okay, it's getting even more chaotic now.
Yeah, so it would seem.
So the other guys, the other cavalry also charged in, appeared to be cuirassiers. But this time the infantry, even though they got disrupted, they got out some beautiful volleys and pushed part of the cavalry back. Other than that, it's, just big chaos.
What's the light blue marker on one of the baggage trains?
Which marker is that? The committed or the follow-up?
The light blue on one of the baggage
Light
trains.
blue. Ah, that is a surrender marker. The supply train has surrendered to the hussars, but they are under fire from your musketeers, so
Yeah.
they'll probably be all right in a second.
And I have a few questions.
Mm-hmm.
Can I send multiple messengers?
Yes, absolutely. As long as you're not like sending 10 or so.
Yeah, no. And are like square formations a thing in this time period?
Not really, no.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, the first infantry tries to form up like on the flank of the cavalry. I can draw a picture.
The first on the flank, yeah, I got that.
It seems to be in the right corner of my picture.
Yes.
So they can shoot the enemy cavalry that has followed up on my infantry.
Mm-hmm.
What does committed mean in game terms?
That just means, I mean, in this situation, it doesn't really make a difference. That just means that you cannot pull out the infantry right now.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, you can try, but they will probably disrupt and break.
Yeah, and I don't want to pull them out.
Yeah. And for the cavalry, that's just, they are now sort of out of control from their commanders. They will try to keep going and charge in. Unless they fail, or if they are in pursuit, then they do a roll on that if they can rally the men.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And the rest of my troops continue coming back to try and help with the situation.
yes, the artillery is already pretty close. Do you want to deploy them?
Yeah, if they can shoot, do they have like line of sight to anything?
Probably your infantry is in the way currently. You could try to get them up on that hill, but that would take a turn.
Well, I will do that.
Okay, yep. Sounds reasonable.
And can you tell me what the two infantry units are in the right side of my picture? One of them is in line and one of them is marching.
That is, let me see. That's the first musketeers. They are forming up.
Okay, yeah. Well,
and then on
they
the
are
road,
the ones trying to go to the flank.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the rest keep coming back.
Yep. Will do. Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, here we are. So the artillery has deployed and got a volley out. Not as full potential as possible, but disrupted the hussars a little bit. And the column keeps marching to the south. You do see some enemies there moving along the road to your northeast.
Yes, so I want artillery to keep on firing.
Mm-hmm.
I want two regular regiments to form a line facing north on the western side of the road that I'm moving on.
Mm-hmm.
And I want the Grenters and the supply train to keep moving south.
All right. That's going to happen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
What happened to Peter's Dragoons? They were supposed to be holding position, but it seems that they've been commandeered by Lukek.
Peter's Dragoons. Where
Dragoons
are they
number
going?
1, I believe they were.
Ah, I don't know. Maybe they got confused about command structures and followed the wrong
That's
column.
odd. Yeah, right over here. Anyway, well, they've got new orders, so I'll just have them
Well,
dash this way.
The supply train here.
All right. I am a very modern major general. That's gonna be stuck in my head all day.
These guys are moving here, and musketeers are ordered to form. And then he hopes to get the supplies out. I don't think he will.
Oh dear, yeah, that was a maneuver indeed.
Not all of them, so these two can get away. These, as they are turning around on the crossroads, will be captured by the grenadiers.
All right.
And even though, I mean, this time I sent him a screenshot which had a good amount of troops, of these troops.
Yeah.
He keeps moving the column south.
All right.
What's this guy here? Oh, drop this one.
Sergey is a newer player, isn't he?
Yes. So.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to move the Crusaders and Dragon, so I moved them just now.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
Right.
That's just friction and all that. Okay. In this situation here, these guys should be running. These guys are probably just stuck with the supply here.
Oh, what does like the disrupted cavalry do?
It's a good question. It's a good question. As they see that the Hussars are still engaged here, they will now probably try to get in again.
Oh yes, I think he ordered the disrupted unit to pull back.
Oh, okay.
Yes, to the general.
Uh-huh. Oh, why not?
And for the undisrupted to keep on fighting.
Okay, that would be this one here, which is sort of doesn't know where to turn first.
And also, can this one just like fall back? Oh no.
Can it fall back? I mean,
it is.
The question is, would they do that in this situation? They would probably try to get out forward.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Which means then these guys are freed again and try to get a bit out of the way. They will get out a volley on these anyway. Then we have this combat going on. The guns are ordered to move up the hill. Oh, did I just delete the the commander piece? I think I did.
Yeah, you did. And also the Hussars are ordered to just screen the retreat.
The Hussar, these guys, yeah, okay. Yeah, well, they will just do a little skirmish there.
Right.
Okay.
Can these units retreat?
These units?
Yep.
They shall retreat as well?
Yes.
Yeah, they can. Let's get the dice down again. That's green, green, green. And some skirmishing from these and these and these. They are hitting the flank. And these guys are down to white anyway. These guys not. They are in a pretty good position. They were already deployed. These guys just deployed. Okay, let's first see what happens to these hussars. Nothing. They get out. Then we have the little skirmish going on. That's one hit on these guys. Which also does disrupt them and pushes them back. Then, oh, these guys should have a combat time. Like so. Ooh. That is one disruption. And 2 disrupt on these. Rotating. So they will be pushed back because they got disrupted themselves. Although they are hussars and then follow up. I don't know.
Not situated.
I think they keep going. I think they do keep going. Okay. And the Kureskis need dice. I'd say they are now down to yellow as that's their second charge. That is a hit on these. And a disrupt. And a hit. They are breaking. Wow, what a mess. What a mess. And these guys are even harassing their flank. So maybe the cavalry is also breaking. Advantage doesn't mean anything in the situation. Just these guys are running low on ammo. Oof. Okay, let's say these are pushed back by that because it was the second time they went in. They are now spent, so they cannot charge again. These guys are breaking, trying to get away. And we can remove committed. Okay. What do we have here? Artillery now fully deployed. A disruption.
These guys are gonna fall back once the
Yep. Okay, do we have any other combat down here? Some screening going on.
These hussars have been ordered to fall back anyway, so that's like a moot.
Okay. All right. Looks good then, right?
Yep.
Okay, shall we do another turn? Or do you think it's that we have...
I'm up for another turn.
Okay.
Can someone put these dragoons here in a line before I lose my mind? Damn you, Germany. Has to have suboptimal internet for an American. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I mean, when I join Marshall, when he hosts a table, I had to have the same problems.
Oh. There we go. Thank you.
Okay, then what's the next turn? 8:45.
Yep.
good to give reports.
This guy's supposed to be done. Oh, come on.
Wait, we are giving reports now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just making.
I dispatched to Peter. Where is Peter there? Would he make it in time in one turn? Let's be generous to Peter or to Alex or whoever. Okay. Okay, so I go and meet Evergreen. Hello. So the Grenadiers did hit the supply train. They couldn't capture all of the wagons. Some got away, but those who were closing in on the crossroads did get captured. And it appears that the enemy is forming some of their forces into line to screen their movement, as they are still moving to the south. And your units are crossing and getting out of the town, deploying as ordered.
So I'm going to form the Grenadiers in lines, and they are going to attack the enemy units. I think there is a column of Grenadiers further to the east, slightly to the east.
Yep.
If they can, they could keep marching south and take the enemy artillery, while the other units keep the enemy busy.
Okay, good. You still hear increasing combat noises to your west.
To my west. Okay. The light infantry, they are coming.
Yep.
And I can send them to the west.
Okay.
The line. They are coming behind.
That sounds like a good plan. All right.
Great.
Hi.
Hello. Still really messy. Your upcoming infantry managed to push back the enemy cuirassiers, although one of your battalions did break. Artillery came up the hill, should be in a good position next turn. What else can I tell you? The enemy dragoons have been pulled back. Mostly some units are still engaged there at your supply train. And you still hear some artillery fire to your southeast.
Yeah. Are a couple of my units running out of ammunition?
Yes, they are.
Have they already run out, or?
No, they are low on ammo. They can go on.
Okay.
And we can bring your supply train over the one unit that is out of the situation there. And
whole situation, yeah.
and resupply them. That should be good.
Yeah. Okay, then what I would like to do... Okay, can the routed units come back, or are they, like, gone?
So the braking units are normally trying to get to the supply train and rally there.
Yeah, but in this case.
Yeah, and the routed units are for now running wherever they want to. And
Okay, yeah.
I mean, you can go after them and try to rally them if you want to make sure that they come back.
Yeah, but not yet. So what I would like to do is the 2 infantry, are those brigades, battalions?
Battalions.
The 2 battalions who are currently in the middle, still in the fight, they continue to my left wing and try to drive back those remaining enemy cavalry, dragoons, I think. The remaining 3 units, including the 2 who are running out of ammunition, are forming a line on the road and continuing to fire in the retreating cavalry.
Yep.
And the package train comes like behind the 2 units running out of ammunition.
Okay.
And artillery opens fire if in any way possible.
Yeah, that should be possible, yep.
And those last 2 units are my guards, is that right?
Yes, these are the grenadiers.
Yeah. There's 1 enemy cavalry unit like behind my line, so to speak, and it has 1 disruption. Can it act as usual still?
Yeah, it can still attack, yes.
Okay. Then I would like for my guard units to try and like form up between it and my cannons, and
yep.
and so.
All right.
That seems to be all.
Thank you very much.
Did you send my message?
Let's see. To Peter, that was. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Hello.
Hey.
So the column continues south. Your artillery has now pushed back the enemy cavalry there. Unfortunately, 2 of your supply wagons were captured by enemy grenadiers.
Okay, so I want the 8th Musketeers to turn up and march. So basically, I want my 2 regiments of Musketeers to set up on the eastern side of the road. I want a supply train, the 2 that I have left, to move off the road and set up just west of it. And I want my Grenzers to turn back on the road.
Okay, so
And I want my
north
artillery to and I want my artillery to set up at the crossroad.
Yeah, where the 3 roads meet, yes?
Where the 4 roads meet at the T or cross, I don't know what it is.
Yes, okay.
On that rise.
Yep. That seems good. Okay. Cool, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Let me see, there are probably some dispatches I missed.
Oh, yes.
To Ninja. Did I send that one to Ninja? Probably not. Sergey.
Okay. At 2:45, or rather in 15 minutes, I should say, since you're not all on the same time zone as me. I've got to go, so I'm gonna put out a ping for an umpire to replace me in general. Is that all right? And then I'll do one more round. And
yeah, we can just resolve this turn, and I think then we are good to go into the debriefing anyway.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean we could keep going and see where it leads, but
yeah, so I think we should finish this. All right.
Probably so.
One more turn, then we'll make the decision.
Okay. So up here, routing units gonna route. These guys still ordered to get out of there?
Yes, he has ordered a full retreat to his position.
Okay. They will capture that. They are still engaged here, so they won't pull out. These guys will fall back. And these guys anyway. Although we will roll some reduced dice against them from these units, which are now advancing. And we have the artillery, which is now in place to fire upon them. And these infantry.
Well, on your retreat seems to be a good idea, I would say.
Yeah.
What? Oh yeah, he did say if he's being fired upon to retreat further.
Okay.
Well, he's not. Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure where though. Not specified again.
So let's see, these guys are in a good position to fire yellow. These guys will only roll white. And then we have the artillery, which is in a pretty decent position.
Yeah.
A disruption. So now they are falling back. And that will free this supply train, and they will move out. Next we have these infantry units trying to skirmish after these guys, and indeed they do hit them. That's a lucky one. Breaking. And then the artillery is also firing onto the cuirassiers. 2 disruption. Let's split down one here and one here, and they they are also pushed back. And spend is reduced to 1. Other than that, should be good. Maybe this disruption is reduced, but that should be the situation. Okay. So here, let's see, these guys are ordered to fall back slightly. Which then means these guys, can they reach them? Yeah. Probably so. Should also be able to do so. 1, 2. They not. They are ordered to come up, and that is all line infantry. Line infantry has orders to go to the west, which is a pretty good decision there. Okay, that means we get some combat here. The artillery is ordered to redeploy to that hill. And now everybody else turning around and moving back north.
Oh, now they turn around, I see.
Yeah, no, they
Not even, you have light infantry, you could have screened yourself.
Yes.
Oh dear. I think had the Habsburgs screened themselves a little bit better, they would have gotten right around the southern flank and the Prussians wouldn't have been able to do anything about it.
They wouldn't. Oh, actually, there is the vetoed Hussars, and he said that he wants to, like, protect the infantry there. But I'm pretty sure it's too late.
To what? These hussars to protect the infantry? These guys here?
Yes, but yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, with all this terrain, they can probably try to harass these guys a little bit here. Why not? Let's give them a few. Yeah?
This is the last turn, or are we doing it one more?
No, I think that's the last one.
Alright. Sounds good to me.
Same here.
And that's big nothing. Let's see, these guys would be committed. What else do we have? Any movement? I mean, these guys are moving south. The long road. And that's all of combats we have. Do we have any more movement? These guys are ordered to move north and these guys south. But we don't have to do that. That's alright. Okay. Then I will pull the players up to join us.
Alright.
Hello.
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 Hey. Hello.
So, we're gonna call it now. Some people already went away, others have to in a bit. If you want to, you can join the umpire table now. It's called Kriegsspiel Jan. Password is IKS, all uppercase. I will also stream it. Here it is in Discord. And that was an interesting game. So let's start with the dispositions. I get an echo from Peter.
What's the password, sorry?
So what is the name of the table?
That's Kriegsspiel, Kriegsspiel Jan. Or just look for Kriegsspiel and the password is IKS, all uppercase.
Okay.
So let's see. And the Prussians started somewhere here, there. I'm not sure, somewhere here. Okay, so the scenario was that the Habsburg troops were attacking in the direction of the southeast. The Prussians had to prevent them from breaking through. The Habsburg forces came up with a plan we do often see recently, which is do the big flanking march and just get around the enemy. So all plans came down to march. To march in a very long column down these roads and then get around there, which especially the infantry was slowed down by that in this northern section, which was really becoming a chaotic mess when eventually Ninja's troops arrived, the Prussian right cavalry wing, which was scouting along the main highway and this area here, and then finally turned south and hit the end of the Habsburg marching column. The Prussians sent their center, the infantry, to this hill, which took quite some time because they were moving off-roads here in rough ground, trying to bring artillery in position and infantry to screen that, and then decided to send the infantry and grenadiers along this road. Interestingly enough, then they decided to in reaction to the situation in the south to send forces down this way and support here, which had before that been holding this hill. As they marched along this road and crossed here, they stumbled into the end of the other Habsburg infantry column, which was still moving around here to the south. And even though there were some intel on enemy movement on the other side of the creek, kept going on, and only now has decided to turn back and face this enemy. So I haven't really followed the situation in the south too much. I know that some cavalry combat was going on here, and I think also here, some skirmishes back and forth, clashes again and again, and then we had some artillery skirmishing here onto the hussars. What was the most interesting thing in this battle was probably the situation in this area here, from my perspective. Although the cavalry combat back and forth was also very interesting to watch. So this situation, or the decision here to keep on going, especially with this column having the main body of light infantry, they could have easily been deployed to screen this area and then move the column out, or even get into these woods or towns or whatever, maybe put some units in this town just to protect it. Not doing that would now allow, and the Prussians are already on the move, to get over here and actually hit the flank of these Habsburg units, which are in a very chaotic situation over here. They have now managed to form a line somewhat and pushed back the cavalry, which got heavily disrupted in the end for charging in several times. The Prussians managed to capture most of the supply train and did rout some of the Habsburg units, which are falling back here. But yeah, all these cavalry units are now spent and they need time to reform. But with this fresh column of infantry, and so the grenadiers are pushing to the south and the line infantry is coming up here, the situation of this infantry wing really is precarious. That's one of the reasons why we also said we call this game. Okay, next I want to hear my assistant umpires and their thoughts about the game. So let's start with Alfred next.
Well, my thoughts about the game was it just went really fast. Usually when I play a Kriegsspiel game, it lasted longer than this, but this was definitely one of the most fun I had, was being an umpire. The game itself was a decent pace for me, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, then umpire in training, your thoughts?
I certainly thought it was interesting as well. I appreciated the Habsburg strategy of the wide flank south in order to bypass the river and attack the Prussians where they might not expect it. However, you didn't screen, I feel an issue here was you didn't screen your forces well and you were caught off guard in the north. And so, yeah, unfortunate. Good plan, but unfortunate that it didn't go through. I want to give congratulations to both Peter and Sergey. I was your sort of umpire, so I knew what you were doing. You both commanded your cavalry forces very well, given your situations, and when you went up against one another. I didn't see any, at no point did I go, oh, you fools, or any other such umpire thoughts that I can easily say in hindsight with a complete view of the board. None of that happened. You all made very good decisions. So congratulations. Can't speak for anybody else. I didn't get to speak to them. But yeah, very well played on both sides, even though there was a couple blunders.
All right, and then let's go through the players just in the chronological order here in the voice channel. First would be Alex.
Yeah, it was a nice game, though I'm a little weirded out by the fact that both of our Habsburg cavalries were in the south. Wasn't one of them supposed to go through north?
Yeah, I was planning on going. I can't run the boards, it's hard to say. I was trying to move my hussars towards Kirchnau and Libotritz, or whatever. But what happened on the way was that my hussars were engaged. So basically, I told my hussars that when they spotted an enemy formation, they were to return to bowshots. But one of my hussars were engaged, and so I expected there to be enemy cavalry engaging them, because obviously infantry can't keep up with hussars.
Yeah.
So I pulled them back. And then I told my dragoons and cuirassiers to head to Tauschitz, and I didn't expect them to go so far ahead of our infantry, considering that our infantry. Can you mark where they spawned again?
You all started about in this area.
Yeah, so I started the most north. So I figured if the infantry were also heading to Tauschitz, my cavalry wouldn't be too far away from them. And I thought the whole plan was that we were all moving down to Tauschitz and then heading south and west. But yeah, I guess what happened was that I wasn't supervising my dragoons and cuirassiers. So they ended up just going far ahead of everyone. And they're down by Betchuri now. I imagined that there would be a lot of Prussian infantry on Schwaden. So I figured my dragoons and cuirassiers could come up behind that, and I expected that our infantry would have reached Lizovitz, or however you pronounce that, around this time. I didn't know that shooting had started. The only thing I'd heard was cannon fire up to this point, I think. But yeah, originally the plan was to go north, just to make the Prussians expect an attack from the north. But then the Prussians spawned way closer than I had anticipated, and I thought my cavalry had been engaged by enemy cavalry, when it was in fact a skirmisher unit, apparently. Okay. So I wasn't really sure what happened.
Yeah, both of us infantry commanders were just really confused in the beginning as to where our cavalry was.
Well, I sent dispatches. I'm not sure if you got them.
Yeah, we got, but they weren't there where we expected them to be.
I see. Yeah, it's the first time I played Cap, so it's kind of confusing for me as well.
Yeah, of course. I'm not blaming you for anything. It was just, I was confused and I want to know what happened.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's the friction of war. Okay, let's go to Crusader next.
I mean, I just marched along the road until I was engaged by that Prussian infantry.
Mm-hmm.
I originally decided to just ignore it and try to keep them off my back with my musketeers. But then I realized that I haven't heard from our other infantry commander and thought he was probably also engaged. So I decided not to abandon his flank. So I turned around the Grenzes and started to set up a line west of Krishna.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So then next is Evergreen.
Hello. So I was in charge of the Prussians. At first, I thought the Habsburg would come from the north, but I was wrong. So we had to redeploy the whole infantry to the west and try to catch them. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was. Octavius is now gone, but I think you made the right decision here when you rearranged your column and marched them directly to the west. Octavius could probably have moved a bit quicker as well, because there were confusing orders, moving there, then eventually moving everything to the south.
We didn't know where the enemy were, so
That's
we
true.
were running all over the place.
What was the objective the Prussians were given?
Just to prevent you from breaking through.
I see.
Alright, so Ninja doesn't have a mic right now, I figure?
I do.
Ah.
Hello.
Yeah. I just got home, so
Ah. Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I had fun. I didn't really do all that much. I just marched all the time and decided to charge. But yeah, that's how it goes.
Yes, it is sometimes, unfortunately.
I mean, you marched into the area where you should have met some enemy units, because again they were starting here. Just
Yeah, I know. I was
to
super
them
confused.
marching down this way that you didn't meet them.
Yeah, I thought the Prussians would start way closer to where our objective was.
They were starting somewhere in this area here.
Yeah. Like, I was thinking pretty much like from Schwaden to maybe Frohloschen or whatever. Like, that sort of area seemed likely. I'm surprised they went out so far, kind of on the right.
Okay. And
I'm
Peter.
wondering,
So remember to speak. Is it my turn?
Yes. Peter, Nick, could you mute yourself? We can hear your keyboard.
Oh, I apologize.
No worries. Peter, go ahead, please.
Yeah, okay, so I was the Southern Cavalry Force. My objective was to screen the southern part of our hook around to the south. So I decided I would move up to the river there and then observe any enemy at Uberschwadlin there. We came into contact with a small detachment of enemy cavalry, so we decided to chase them for a little bit, and then I decided that I would stick to the objective and hold that southern aspect there. But then at the end of the battle, I was requested to help Alex, so I was just about to start moving back up north there. So yeah, it looks like it was a good move by the Prussians to move quickly in the north there. I guess they just slipped past our northern cavalry at that point. Yeah, they were well played, Prussians.
All right. And then we have Sergey, but Sergey doesn't have a mic.
I'm afraid I've got to go. I'm sorry, Sergey. Hope you give a good debrief. Have a good day, everybody.
Have a good one. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
All right. Okay, so and we are through. That was quite an interesting game. I'm yeah, especially again the situation here and seeing the cavalry going back and forth. I was able to test a little bit the new mechanics, the committed and follow-up rules for infantry and cavalry. Again, with the infantry, it didn't really come that much into effect, as we didn't see big battle lines forming. But anyway, I think it's going in the right direction. It's I just have to figure out if it's not too much to admin again. Other than that, I think solid decisions by all the players. Always interesting to see a movement like this on the objective. So even though that the Prussians are now moving south and will probably face Peter here, they have a cavalry wing already passed by and reaching this backwards area and threatening the lines of communication. So probably the Prussians have to fall back onto Kolin eventually. So, if you have any more comments to the game, feel free to tell us. Other than that, I would thank everybody of you for playing, and of course my assistant umpires today.
Yeah, I would say actually, if I'd have thought a little bit more about it, I possibly could have just gone straight to the objective myself, though whether that would have met the conditions of the actual battle, I wasn't too sure. So, yeah, we didn't really go over. We didn't go over the details of that particular thing. So,
yeah.
Anyway,
I tend to think that giving too concrete objectives is counterproductive for the battles, because players then tend to focus only on that and not really on the enemy and the terrain and all the stuff which lies between them.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was just a rough thing. Go in this corner of the map, and yeah, that's all.
Yeah. It didn't actually occur to me to do that anyway. But like I said, you probably wouldn't have had any effect. It would be to the detriment of my force if I decided just to go off and do that anyway. So, it must have been peculiar to see the northern Austrian cavalry move that way, just as it would have assumed that the Prussian cavalry came around the top. There couldn't have been too much of a...
Yeah, I heard the enemy cavalry at one point, like with my general, I guess. But then I slipped away. I didn't think they were going north. I thought they were just on the other side of the river.
Wow.
Yeah, there even was cavalry engagement here.
Yeah. Was that my hussars attacking skirmishers and then enemy hussars came?
Yeah, there were some Prussian hussars and dragoons, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't really sure what happened there, just that they were engaged.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I overestimated how quickly our infantry could march, and I also it didn't occur to me that there would be a traffic jam, maybe, on the roads.
No.
I think in hindsight, what we should have done as cavalry was probably just stick to the infantry divisions.
Yeah, maybe.
So,
I mean, there's a reason why in this time the armies are having a cavalry wing on each of their flanks while marching and also during the battle, because we had the situation here, a question came up, can the infantry form square? And it is not unseen in the 7 Years' War, but pretty rare that infantry actually does that. Because they are also so hard to maneuver once deployed, their flanks are really, really vulnerable. And so you want to have a mobile cavalry force on the infantry flanks to protect them.
Yeah, so I think that's an experience, some knowledge I'll bring with me in future 7 Years' War games. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Kriegsspiel is all about learning, so that's a good thing. All right, great. So then thanks again, everybody. You're, of course, welcome to stay and keep discussing, but I'm gonna end the live stream for now and wish you all a good evening. Thank you for hosting, and yeah, very cool.